Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Peter Medell. I'm with my home group Real Estate. It is my honor to represent all of the Prescott Chamber ambassadors in serving as the master of ceremony for today's ribbon cutting event and to celebrate the book signing and her new business, Nannette Oatley Johnson. It is the mission of the Prescott Chamber of Commerce to provide leadership and resources that creates a vibrant business environment for Prescott and all the Quad Cities. On behalf of the Chamber, I want to thank everyone and join us as we celebrate Nannette Oatley Johnson's newly published book. Do we have the book somewhere? Pain,
Yes. Nice.
Power, and Promise, 19 Ways to Turn Setbacks into Comebacks. Has anyone ever had a setback? Okay. I also want to welcome our attending dignitaries, Mayor Pro Tem Bill York.
Thank you.
Prescott Chamber of Commerce, I said Prescott. CEO Sherry Heine. Are there any ambassadors in the house? Let's give it up for our outstanding Prescott Chamber ambassadors. A special thanks to the Prescott Media Center. And let's give it up for our awesome in-house photographer, the Colonel, Bob Shanks. Please welcome Nannette Oatley. Nannette Oatley Johnson. She's a wife, she's a mother, she's a nana, she's an author, she's a speaker, she's a chaplain, she's a resiliency coach. That's a tough word. Is that say that right?
You did.
Okay. And the 2001 U.S. Open wheelchair singles and doubles champion right here.
That's awesome.
Each of those roles signifies a very commendable achievement for just about anybody. But they form an extraordinary list of credentials when you take a sit-down person in a stand-up world. That makes the magnitude of her accomplishments absolutely astonishing. Let's give it up for that.
Absolutely.
For 38 years, Nannette's life's been a living testimony to the power of resiliency. She was a former gymnast, a dance choreographer, an amateur actress. In 1982, a broken neck altered her life. Following her injury, she married and gave birth to 3 beautiful children. Are they here today?
My oldest is supposed to be here,
Okay.
but he's late.
She began a single-parent career that encompassed 9 years. During that time, she completed a BA in counseling psychology, followed by an MA in counseling and human services. That's pretty impressive.
Pretty awesome.
Nannette first picked up a tennis racket in '93, 11 years after her injury. Since then, she's accrued 12 championship tennis titles, 6 singles, and 6 doubles, 8 of them international wins, including the 2001 U.S. Open Singles and Doubles Championship title. She's been featured in local, regional, and national media. Just released in 2018, her book, Pain, Power, and Promise, 19 Ways to Turn Setbacks into Comebacks, is receiving outstandingly rave reviews. Nannette's sequel, Pain, Power, and Promise, 10 Answers to Suffering, the Supposed Goodness of God, is in the works. Today, Nannette divides her time with her beloved husband, Lou. Lou? Where was I? Her weekly Nana Papa Day, where the grandkids reign supreme. Her monthly commitment to chaplain work at Yavapai Regional Medical Center, and her writing and inspirational speaking engagements. Where do you find time for all this? So now let's give it up for our dignitaries as they provide recognition for this event.
Thank you, Peter. Hello, everyone. Wow, what an inspiration you are. It's incredible. I look forward to buying my book today and asking you to sign it. And God bless you for being here in Prescott and sharing your inspiration with all of us. Would you like to learn to play pickleball?
I will, when I can't do that full court anymore,
Okay, all
I'll
right.
move down to the pickleball court.
Because we want to do that
Okay.
on our current court. So, Nannette, thank you. It's a certificate to you, Nannette Oatley Johnson. Congratulations on the signing of your book entitled Pain, Power, and Promise, 19 Ways to Turn Setbacks into Comebacks. That's awesome. Signed this day by Brady McGrelly, our mayor.
Thank you so much.
make a personal comment. Thank you. Here we go. A personal comment that I heard today that Grant Casada is your son, and what a great job you have done with that young man. He is an awesome gentleman, and congratulations on that as well. Thank you.
The boss woman, CEO Sherry Heine, Prescott Chamber of Commerce.
Very good. Well, Nannette, on behalf of our board of directors, staff, ambassadors, volunteers, and 960 members, we want to congratulate you on all of your accomplishments. And what I have here today is a certificate of recognition that recognizes you and also provides her with her first dollar. This is the commerce part of it, right? Which Billy already said she's going to be a part of. So, and we're providing you with the first dollar of certificate to recognize your success. And we want you to know that on behalf of the Prescott Chamber of Commerce, we're here for you to support you and help market you. And also, I probably need to learn how to play tennis from you.
So much fun.
But we congratulate you so much. Thank you. You bet. This is our new folder too that we just created. So there you go.
Thank you.
Okay, and I'm sure Nannette would probably want to say a couple things.
Oh, just a few words. Thank you so much. Thank you to Peregrine for hosting this event. We really appreciate it. Come back, take a look around. As you can see, it's wonderful to still have books in print. I mean, you know, you've heard some say it's a dying, trade. We hope not. I personally still love to feel the book in my hand, the binding, smell the pages. I just like the feel and touch of a book. But I know the younger generation has all said to me, "Do you have your book on audio?" And I'm like, "Not yet." And they're like, not buying because it's not yet on audio. It's their thing. So I'm going to have to, do what the millennials tell me to sell more books. So I've been in this community 30 years. It's amazing. So, when I came to this community, I was pretty much in a broken place. My marriage was falling apart. And my children at that time were 2, 3, and 5. God spoke into my spirit and told me that Prescott, there's my oldest son back there, just showed up. He's back there rooting me on. But God spoke in my spirit and said, Prescott is going to be an oasis for you. And he gave me a profound verse out of Isaiah, from the prophet Isaiah, and it was basically, do not think about the things of the past, nor ponder them. Behold, God said, I'm going to do something new. Would you not be aware of it? And he brought me here, and 6 months after I was here, my marriage dissolved, and I needed to and I became a single parent of 3 children, 2, 3, and 5, as a sit-down mom. And if you heard my story, I also had all 3 of those children in 3 years as a sit-down mom. So, that gives you another part of my craziness to, going for it, right? So I moved into a house that I'm still in today, which is lovely out in Wildwood. It has been remodeled by this time, which is great. But everything I've done really has been in this community. My undergrad degree was Prescott College. It gave me the flexibility to raise 3 children by myself and be involved in their adult degree program. It was fantastic. I loved it. Then I left for 2 years and went to Colorado, where I got my grad degree. My husband was in his 21st and final year of the U.S. Army, retiring. So I said, I've got a place at that point right next door to a shooting range. And he said, you're mine. I mean, it's all it took. The shooting range, which is now closed, but he's stuck with me, so that's a good thing. But brought him back, so thank God my children were then 10, 11, and 13, and by that time I had said, God, I'm ready to be partnered again. This is pretty tough by myself, and he brought me an amazing man to help me finish that job up. I started the tennis because I'd been a former athlete, as you heard in my intro, and I was like, what sport can I do? I'm only, at that point, 32, 33, and never liked track and field. Basketball wasn't my thing. Found a tennis coach in the Yellow Pages here, Chris Howard. Some of you know him. He's been around a long time, too. And I said, have you ever seen wheelchair tennis? No. And we did what the Williams sisters did. We actually learned wheelchair tennis from videos. And he is the coach who took me to all of those championship titles right here from Prescott. So, everything's been here. Not going anywhere, plan on living out my days here. And so now I'm just wanting to speak at more events around the community. Let me know how I can help. I mean, I talk to kids. I come in my tennis chair. I do a whole presentation there. The kids love it. I'm also I don't think that was in my bio. Anyway, yes it was, sorry, here I am. But counseling psychologist, so I had that business in town. I had another nutrition business in town for a decade. So anyway, this has been my community, all of you. It's so wonderful to see faces that I know from the years I've been here, new faces. So just tell me how I can be a part of this community. Talk about resilience. Talk about overcoming to your audiences. I would love to do that. And thank you, every one of you that's come out to support me. And thank you, Peregrine and the Chamber and everyone. So appreciate you. Oh, I forgot to mention one thing, if I may. Not only, and I don't have a package right here in front of me, but not only do I have my book for sale today, I just finished, along with 2 other women in our community who happen to be here. We team together with people. My wonderful friend Carolyn Rodriguez, who is an artist, and Carolyn, raise your hand, and my graphic designer right behind her, Melissa Monahan Joyce. Yes, thank you. We put together an amazing line of inspirational cards, 12 to a pack, all original, custom. They're beautiful. You can take a look at those. They're going to be for sale today too. And it was a pleasure and joy to work with these women in the community and produce these. And for all of you that still like to just write a hand note card, that's what these are for. So, 2 sorrow and loss cards are in here. 2 thinking of you. 2 resilient quotes. 2 scripture quotes. Birthday, 2 birthday, celebration, and a thank you card. So little combination. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Before we gather for the ribbon cutting, I want to thank all of our guests and attending dignitaries and our chamber ambassadors. Thank you very much all for coming out.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
My maiden name was Johnson.